Welcome back to another episode of Shatterdaze. I am Venom420. There's a cat there. There's a cat there. They're all around. You just have to look for it. Hopefully everyone's doing well. It's another day. It's been hot in the Front Range. It is what it is. But it's good to have you all here. Hopefully this week goes good. I've been having multiple YouTube problems with streaming and shit like that, so it is what it is. Shit happens. Whatever. Alec, what's poppin', B? Not enough. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Hopefully everyone's having a good Shatterdaze. I am smoking a joint. It's been a very long, very hot day, so I plan on chilling out where it's nice and cool and smoking a lot of pot. That's how I'm going to end this day. So hopefully you are doing well and having something similar. Yeah, I've been doing a garage sale all day outside. So, and because of where I live, not much traffic drives by. So it's been a slow day. 2 days really. So. But things are going okay. I've also been mixing that with some harvesting. I've been having to cut a whole bunch of plants. You name it, man. I've been up to it. All gardening. I'm trying to not overload myself while at the same time maybe still trying to overload myself on growing things. Like, for instance, I'm going to take this little hash and put that right there. I don't know. I just been biting off a lot to chew. So, which is a good thing. Like I said, it keeps the mind occupied. Take that giant piece of hair out of there. There we go. But this summer, I've already done a huge mushroom bed outside. So just tons of mushrooms, which I found out you can grow psychedelic mushrooms outside too, which perhaps in the future on a different. So, I mean, you know, I have a dog and I don't want those mushrooms just popping up everywhere. Geico TV. I think I've seen a Geico on TV one time. Hey, man, I've been having a bad week. I owe my school bread and I don't even have the money to live. Well, definitely if you have any bread, eat it and don't give it to the school. No. That statement's pretty much a bummer. It's a bummer that, you know, schooling costs so much. I like to use that as the reason that people are so uneducated in this country. Liam, speaking of people who are not in this uneducated country, how you doing, Liam? Hopefully all is well in dreamy Dreamsville this evening. God damn it. There we go. All caught up. Good to see everybody. Hopefully everyone's having a good Saturday. There we go. Like I said, it's been, oh, hey, Liam, vaxxed up today, feeling mighty. That's good. Hopefully tomorrow you still feel mighty. I've heard the next day you can kind of feel like crap, but everyone's been fine. I'm going in on the 10th for my second shot. So I'm feeling happy about that. Optimistic about shows restarting. I had bought concert tickets to Roger Waters, 300 fucking bucks a pop. Hey, Nick, yo, and what up? So I bought $300 tickets to Roger Waters because this is the closest thing to seeing Pink Floyd I'll ever get, because I've seen Pink Floyd with David Gilmour, and I've seen Pink Floyd with God, why am I drawing a blank? Bill, what's the drummer's name? God damn it. Can't think of the drummer's name. And the keyboard has passed away. So anyway, the whole point being is, if I see Roger Waters, I'll have seen the whole band. Pink Floyd was my favorite band growing up when I was a kid. It doesn't show because I can't even think of the fucking drummer's name. Bill. He was cool too, and I just saw his fucking tour, and it was great. Mason, God damn it, Bill Mason. I'm stoned. I suck. Sorry. He's gonna be pissed when he watches this, I'm sure. Dick, smoked up because I finished my essay. That's good to smoke with your essays, Holmes. Alec, what's your take on mixing tobacco with greed? Smoking a bowl and chilling out. What's up, everybody? What's up, indeed? So, not my thing. So, a lot of people know me from the how to make hash video, right? I'm guessing. With this guy, starring this guy. Come here. Everyone wants to see you. You're the star of the video. You're the star. Come here. God, why you gotta take the longest possible route to get to me? Come on. There you go. Anyway, so everyone knows me from the hash making video. A lot of people comment that I don't smoke hash right. They're like, you're not smoking that hash right. And they're like, you Americans don't mix hash with tobacco. You need to mix it with tobacco. And they're like, mixing it with weed is okay, and it gets you messed up, but they're like the flavor that you want, and this and that. I don't smoke tobacco. I don't even really like smoking a blunt. I think I smoked a blunt today for the first time where it was a tobacco leaf. It's kind of just a wrap, so it wasn't very good either. And I don't know. I try to avoid tobacco at all costs. It's just not my favorite thing for me. So that being said, I remember I had a friend who, I think it was a girlfriend. It was my girlfriend who, anyway, she was in high school and she was smoking up with the foreign exchange kid. They send out one of their people and we send out one of our little people, and then they go to each other's schools. That's what that is. Anyway, she was smoking with this kid, I want to say from Germany, and he was straight up. And I've heard this in Germany is popular too. It's popular all abroad. Abroad. Anyway, anyway, they're all like, yeah, let's smoke weed with this kid from Germany on the foreign exchange student. And so they're all busting out their weed and stuff. And I remember, my girlfriend, she's like, so we, at least me, her and her friend pitched in on weed if he would roll a joint. He's like, I can roll a joint. So he puts the weed in there. He takes a cigarette, he has a cigarette and he just cracks it open and then dumps it into the joint. And they're all like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, don't do that in America or without asking, because that is not how we smoke out, I never understood it personally. Let's see if anyone's helping out here. Nick, I got cat hairs all up on my face. Nick, kicking ass in Rainbow Six as well. Good on you, bud. And then Liam, the new hash video was good stuff. Thank you. Seems like too much product to get a small amount. I wonder how they make so much to sell. Well, I started out with the little bowl I did was super teeny. It was one plant, and it wasn't a big plant. It was sativa, which means the leaves were really thin, and also I just don't like this pot that I'm growing. I'm done with it. I was going to keep some clones of it and stuff, and I still might keep one or two, but I'm on to newer things because this is the last time I ever grow a sativa. Anyway, you got these thin leaves, so you're not getting much product off of the leaves. And also, here, 1 second. Since Ziggy's smacking me up a bit, I could be doing some trimming right now. So this is the trimming I've just been doing this evening. And, I mean, that's more than what I had. And I don't know if you can see that, but that is just, it's very crystally when you're up in it. Frosty and sticky. So, there's a nug that must have took the plunge. Every now and then you'll just get one of these guys in there. I can't really see it. It's hard to see in the light. All right. Anyway. So this will get more than what I made on that video. I just wanted to make the video. It'd been a while. I thought that'd be really cool. To be 100% honest, I thought, hey, that was the video that got me known and stuff. So maybe if I do another one like that, that'll be making somebody happy out there. But ex-Army, where are some good spots to hide your weed from your parents or just anyone in general? Internally. Yep. Smoke it, eat it, rectum, any way you can get it in you. I don't know. How did I never really had that problem. You know what's really cool? You want a really good one? Seriously, though, that I've just started thinking about doing a lot more? I've just saw these potato chip bag resealers. And so it's this little clamp-on thing. You just run it on the top of a bag of potato chips you just opened, and it seals it just like, you know, you can't open it, and you can keep it poofed with air and stuff. And I'm like, oh, shit, that would be such a good way to hide things from people. Keep a couple chips in there and stuff, you know, so when people, like, shake it around, it's chips. But throw your bag of weed in the chip bag and then seal it, dude. I mean, I'm guessing that's smell-proof. It's air-proof. No one's going to fucking think that your bag of chips has weed in it, dude. All right. Breaking silence. Hello. Hope you are enjoying the night. I always enjoy the night. Carpe de nocturnum. Carpe nocturnum. Nick, nice salad. Uh-oh, what'd I do? Oh, that salad. This guy. Yeah, no, it looks a lot better. I wish I could show you. I guess I could take a picture with my phone. Do I have my phone? I don't have my phone on me. But especially with like the flash on, so you can just see the crystals. And you can see that, okay, so when I'm trimming, I'm going to show this once too. Maybe if I make another hash video, I'm going to do a Rick Simpson oil video soon. And I'll show that like most of the leaves on the plant are in the garbage. 50-70% of them almost. If they have crystals on them, they have crystals, can't talk. If they have trichomes on them, I throw them in the thing. Dead Army, got it. All right. And then Liam, those little things, if you're talking about or Dead Army, if you're talking about those little sealer things, I think those are promising, to be honest. Liam, I used to hide mine in the battery compartment of old Walkmans. That's a really good one. I like that one. That's smart as fuck. Again, no one's going to check battery compartments of your old electronics, dude. That was hash, though. Yeah, you can only put so much pot in the battery compartment, unless it's like an old flashlight or something. Honestly, an empty flashlight. Just one that takes a few D batteries, or sometimes I've had ones that take AAA or double A's, but it's in a 3 position where you put 3. You can take out the centerpiece. Fuck, take that piece out. Fucking, I mean, the weight might feel off, but I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna check that. And Liam says you can get fake canned foods that screw open, fake everything, fake, you name it. All the Febreze cans, the paint cans I've seen, Raid bottles, shampoo and shit. They're all fake bottles. The coolest one looks like it's the clear water bottle that somehow you store it in and you can't see through it, but I don't believe it. Dead Army, I'll look more into sealers, and I'm in high school. Hey, I don't need to know that. You're clearly, I don't even know. I don't care about your legal status. I'm not giving you anything, but I don't need to know either. Keep that shit between you, and I don't even care. Just not me. Anyway, Nick, I had mine in my school book bag when I was in high school. Yeah. So mine didn't help because I would just put it in my I'd roll a few joints and put it in my pack of smokes because you could smoke at 18. So, you know, if they looked at it, and I would like just fold it in a way where you couldn't see it, dude. Sometimes I even used to dump out the tobacco or get your own pre-rolls. You can go to the smoke shop and just get empty cigarette, shells that you can fill yourself. And I would smoke them like that because and I could smoke them across the street and it looked like I was smoking a cigarette, which was legal at the time. Now it's 21 to smoke in Colorado. So, but you don't have to be 21 to watch this show because you don't have to tell me how fucking old you are. To that, let's spin the wheel. Thank you so much for everybody for joining. As always, I'm gonna be fucking trying to pump out more videos, but I've been thinking about it. I'm like, dude, I have so much on my plate. It's getting hard. Everything's getting hard. I don't know. I've never gardened like I'm doing right now. Oh, and I just smashed my hand into that. Ow. Liam, get the 6 foot fixed. Yeah, no shit, I should. Just for fun, even. I just loved having that thing. Technically, I could fix it right now, but it would be missing like a foot almost, or at least, close to a foot, I'd say. Or at least 8 inches, maybe. I don't know, somewhere in there. God, it broke off like a good piece of the down stem. So I could just fill it up with more water, but then it'd be like the 5 foot dab of death. And who really wants that? I mean, step up your game. Mickey D in the hizzy. Hey, buddy. Hey, indeed. Hopefully all is well. Hopefully you're doing good. Hello. Nick, I just hit the ace and killed the whole enemy team, which is kind of like an army. Nice, says Alec. AK-12 is the dopest of the primaries. I don't quite follow that. I hear AK-12 and it sounds like a gun to me. It's like, you mean like, aren't you missing like 50, or wait, 35 numbers on that? I can't do math. Anyway, what did we land on? Free choice, so it doesn't matter. I didn't have to look behind me because I pick whatever I want. Question is, what do I want to take a dab out of? AK-12 is the updated version of the AK-47 in 5.56. Okay, so at least that's what I figured. You can't AK something and not have it a gun, or at least a reference to it. I'm gonna grow me some AK-47. No, I'm not. Right now, I do have so many different. So I went from having no clones, no seeds, no hookup, and not really knowing what to get to I have seeds, I have clones, and I have someone offering me a shit ton of clones, like 20 to pick from. And I'm like, man, I guess it's better to have more than less. Liam, Panda, where is the panda? Is the panda here? You can usually hear her squeaking, making cute little squeaky noises. I don't know where they're at. They'll be around, I'm sure. Probably. Dead Army. Sheesh. Sheesh indeed. Let's pick something to dab out of. What are we going to dab out of? Huh. Let's see here. I guess we'll go with this guy. It's right here. It's very convenient. Seems like it wins. Oh, wait. The Panda Bong, you stoner, says Liam. So I have the Panda Bong, but it's cracked. It's technically okay, but it's not exactly in use. It's more of a display piece at this point. I need to like put it in a garden or something. But I do still have it. Alec, dabble do ya? Dabble do ya? But yeah, so there's the panda. I should just have it in the back, like somewhere where you can actually see it. I have it right here, but I mean, I could probably. Oh man, it's covered in hair and haven't smoked out of it in like a year. What'd I do? Okay, so if you put the banger like that, it like falls over. It has a really bad center of gravity, and So I'd always have the banger kind of like facing in here. So I'm heating up the banger like that or something. I had to have been heating it up kind of like this, you know what I mean? And at some point, I'm heating it up like that, and the heat comes around it, and it cracks somewhere in there. It's such dark glass, I can't even see where it's cracked. Okay, there it is. Just a little tiny crack under his ear, which you probably can't see. Because I liked this little guy. And I had a little panda. I had another panda carb cap, and that broke too. Now you got the little panda bear. I got that because I have a cat called Panda. Her name's Pandora, but that's the whole thing. Yeah, I hate this fucking thing, unfortunately. I bought it online for pretty cheap, and also the bangers never fit in there well, so I kind of snuck a rubber grommet in there. I need a good silicone one. But when you put it in a banger, it like just never fucking like seals. It's oblong shaped in there. So this still works. I should probably just take that, put that in like the garden or something, and no one will ever know what it is. Oh, look at that cool little panda. I mean, it kind of works, but it kind of doesn't. So it is what it is. All right. Dread Army. Man, I gotta say your dreadlocks are clean as fuck. I get that comment quite a bit, so I mean, I like that I hear that. And the fact that I haven't done much to my dreadlocks, like maintenance-wise, in a very, very long time. Like I used to try. There it is. Now at least you can see the panda when I move. There's the panda. I forgot my whole thing. I'm gonna grab my thing too. I try to keep up a good image because everyone has really fucked up dreadlocks. Kind of makes everyone look like dreadlocks are fucked up. So, well, I guess I'm just hanging out here now. All right, we'll just hang out and do a dab now. But thank you. And my hair is really frizzy and fucked because I've seen a hairstylist one time in the last year, and I felt bad for doing it. Nick, you probably have enough thick THC in your hair to get high with. That's possible too. It's encoded in the DNA at this point. Alec, do you have any grav glass? No, I don't. I don't have much named glass at all. I have some Chong, some Candyman, knockoff stuff of famous people. I have a knockoff. God, what is his name? I know I have a knockoff Mako and stuff. Like, I'm broke. I haven't bought a bong in years. First off, a lot of the bongs I did buy, I bought them before I was. So I've always really been into glass, but it wasn't until I was really late into getting Instagram. I only got Instagram maybe 3-4 years ago at the most. 3 probably. So yeah, somewhere in there at the most. And whenever you could probably see on my thing, if I had my phone, I'd look. But I want to say 2017 is pushing it. So up until that point, I just loved glass, but I don't know, man. Fucking, I don't know the names of that many people. I don't have any money to be shopping for $1,000 pieces, shit like that. But I got Instagram now, so I know tons of glass people. That's the majority of what I look at online, and that's made it easier to realize, oh, that shit I bought back then, that's a knockoff of this guy. That's a knockoff of this guy, which I kind of knew they were kind of knockoffs in a way, even when I got them. But I'm like, I don't have the money, and I'm going to smoke out what I can. It's a good way to test the waters, so to speak. Breaking science. Silence. I grow strawberry kush and OG kush. That's the beast plants to grow. Best. Beast. Both. They're the beast. Plants to grow in Michigan, at least for me. I'm guessing inside, though. Indoors. I'd love to grow outdoors, and I think that this plant that I've been working with, the green crack, would be a great outdoor one because it has a really long cycle, or it gets big. You know what I mean? You could just make an impressively big plant, tall, lanky. Probably need to support it because it's just not fall over on itself. They're so tall and lanky. That being said, I'm not impressed with growing the stuff I have. And then, Liam, you ever smoked Labrador? Had to follow him around with a little baggie for 3 days. Really blew the dog's mind. Mickey D, how's the kick drum search going? Oh, okay. And like I said, I knew which kick drums I wanted. You have them. The two that you have, because I have these little shitty ones on my. That's the biggest complaints I have about this electronic drum set I got is that's the kick drums you have. All right. So, and they work, but they're not great. The cool thing is I can use these for different things as well. These are just MIDI controllers hooked up to a 1/4-inch cable. So I can plug them in to probably need an adapter, but this thing is the adapter. I can always have this hooked up, and I can change what these control as far as sounds are anyway. So I can make it start and stop my recordings and shit like that. So it's more of a button on the ground. So if my hands are on the bass and stuff, I can just press that, start playing. It's kind of neat. So, Nick, oh, I don't like spongy type kick drums. Yeah, I hate this thing. They're stupid. It's not a real kick drum. The ones that you have, Mickey D, those are sweet. But when you buy those independently, they're $90 a piece. Those Alex's or Alexis's or Alix, whatever they are, those are the cheapest running bass drum pedals that are like decent. That's why I asked how they were, if you liked them, because they're the cheapest ones I can find that you can buy independently. So I was gonna buy 2 of those, which is gonna cost more than the whole unit I have together. But that's still gonna be a grand total of way less than 400. Maybe 300. Mickey D, yeah, they're super nice too. So, and that's what I saw. So you can go on Amazon. That's where I was looking at them, just because I'm like, I want to upgrade these fucking pedals. That's the only thing, and I can still keep those. Like I said, it'll be cool to use them as like a trigger for starting and stopping stuff on my computer, which is kind of cool, recording wise, on musical instruments or musical recordings anyway. But yeah, so. That being said, they kind of suck. And not only do they suck, if I was on hard wood, they might be okay. But on a carpet, it's really hard. So a nice pair of pedals would be great. I'm also not in a hurry. I don't play the drums. This thing is strictly for fun to try and get me more interested in the drums. And as a bass player, I feel like being connected with the drums is really important and yada, yada. Mickey D, the problem I have is the problem I have is it's a higher end kit and there's 330 different sounds. I have a higher end kit, I should say. Yeah, this one has, I think, 50 or something like that, 50 or 100 preset kits that play out the speakers, which in itself isn't very impressive. It's not very nice. It doesn't have that much, but it has its own little module, and that's the important part, because that's all I need to connect this little thing into my computer. Once it's in my computer, I have drum programs that I can put thousands and thousands, endless amounts of mix and match. But I'm not much of a drummer. I'd love to get it. In fact, I'm doing a garage sale right now. My drum kit's outside, my real drum kit. Well, it's not outside, but I mean, it has been outside all day and yesterday for sale. The only problem is it's like a $300 kit if I give it away for like exactly what it's worth, because I have a whole bunch of shit on there. So, and I mean exactly what's worth as in like, yeah, it's not great or anything. The kit by itself is probably worth 300, and I've added more onto it, but it's used, so I feel like that's a very fair price. And you're not going to get a fair price at a fucking garage sale. So it's been a weird thing. That being said, I'm not much of a drummer. This was a great little, that's all I needed. I have it right there, so I can literally just turn on the right and just play it right there. Boom, boom, bam. Mickey D, I would have gotten a real kit, but that won't fly in apartments. I know, like I was saying, so I follow Spectre Media Group on a bunch of stuff. It's a recording forum and YouTube channel, Mr. Fricker. I'm sure anyone who knows me probably has a much better chance of knowing him. So yeah, that dude. I've heard him say that he knew a friend or had one of the people he was recording with, and they had an acoustic drum set, and he would try playing the day and stuff, and he still got sound complaints from his neighbors, obviously. So he traded it in, got a really nice electronic kit, and was playing it. And he's a really good drummer, I imagine. So he's really like playing the fuck out of it, probably like for hours and hours a day, and got sound complaints from all his neighbors. Still, he's like, I still got fucking sound complaints. So that kind of made me think a little bit too. It's not so much my neighbors I've ever worried about. They can go fuck off, or I don't think it would bother them. I have enough room. I have like 2 full yards in between all my neighbors, but it was my cats. My cats do not fucking like the fucking drums. Nick, I still have my Yamaha set. So my set's not worth that much. Like I said, it's only like a $300 set, but I also put mutes on it. I put mutes on mine, those big foam mutes you put on all the drum heads, and yeah. Mickey D, I wear headphones so they can't hear me. Yeah, he was wearing headphones. He was recording with headphones. Him playing the shit out of it. He's a metal drummer, double fucking blast beating for hours. So, and he plays the shit out of it. He still was getting sound complaints. He wasn't playing through the speakers. So, I don't know. I don't know what type of... Also, I've been in different types of apartments. I've been in apartments that are really, really nice, and I've been in apartments in the ghetto. The ones in the ghetto, I can hear every fucking conversation next door. I've been into townhomes just like that, too. I refuse to live in a townhome or a fucking apartment, dude. I love where I fucking live, dude. I don't care if it's fucking... I'll take a trailer over a goddamn apartment any fucking day, dude. I own my fucking own place. I can do anything I want to it. I have my own fucking yard for my own dog, and I don't have to walk down fucking 3 flights of stairs. And I can't imagine. I get this weird, like, I don't want to live in like a little ant hive of people. I already feel that way. At least it's spread out ground level. But yeah, I don't know how hard this guy was playing those fucking electronic drums, but he was with headphones. Well, he was recording, so he was all going into a recording shit. So you don't play through your, you can't have it actually playing out. You're playing through your computer, and I'm sure he had headphones on. Yeah. He's probably stomping the shit out of him, though. Nick, mine has a programmable module where you can put your own sounds in it, which is really cool too. But that's the most important part, is that little module, from what I've heard. They're like, because you can upgrade every piece if you really want to on a lot of those kits where you can switch shit out. I've thought about it a lot. Like I said, for $120 or whatever I spent on this, it was a good start. And I still, I'm so ripped in every direction. I'm already drawn and quartered as far as everything I've gotten myself into. I would really love to just sit here and make music, or sit here and garden, or sit here, stay at home and do the show, or garden, like work on all this stuff. Especially when work is so slow and financially unrewarding anymore, where it's like, holy shit, it's unrewarding in every aspect. And it really makes you like, fuck, now I'm just wasting time here when I could have been doing so much more. Oh shit, Liam, I'm faded, man. I'll catch you next week. You got it, buddy. You have a good one. Next week, next Saturday, I think everything should be normal. Sometime here soon, I need to get fucking out to visit out whatever. Once I'm vaccinated, I gotta visit some people, and might have to take a weekend off. But Liam, this is to you. Good night, buddy. Always great to have you with us. Yes, indeed. Ah, good stuff. Oh, oh my. Yeah, that was my goal, is to get as faded as possible. It's been a long day. Long 2 days. 3 days. Every day is long. But it was hot out, and I was outside doing a fucking stupid yard sale. Nick, good hits as usual. Good for me. All right. As always, save some of this stuff, which is like crystal clear. It's crazy how that stuff looks. All right. Yeah, that's that champagne sugar wax stuff. That's really good. Nick, I smoked a few bowls of reclaimed joints that had rosin in them. That's kind of cool. My mom, so I've been telling her a lot about my ideas of starting my own company and getting into that. Oh, and is Sandy here? Where's Sandy? I need Sandy here. I need to talk to him because I watched the mushroom seminar he sent me today, and it was really cool. So, Sandy, if you're watching this in the future, thank you so much. That was really cool. And I want to check out more of that double blind stuff and look at their mushroom making seminars if it's not too pricey. I forget the prices on them. But yeah, that was really cool. I missed it live by like, I think 9 minutes. So less than 10 minutes. I'm like, fuck. But then I watched it right after. I just kind of wish I would have been in the live chat. But yeah, that was great. I was sitting there listening and watching it while I was doing my yard sale. So yard sale went okay. I think I made like $100 in the last couple days, but I have so much shit. Just I had no customers was the problem. So anyway, yeah. If you're in the Front Range area, there's a fucking $300 drum kit in my yard sale. Anyway, good times. Sandy, thank you. But anyway, that's what I was talking about. Talking about Sandy because he was showing me the mushroom making thing. I was talking to my mom about how I wanted to kind of get into an extraction, possibly. Like I'm thinking about starting an extraction company, making concentrates or something like that. Something like that, pretty much that. And she was cool with it, but she didn't know what rosin was. So I had to tell her what rosin was. And then she's like, yeah, let's get some of that. I want to try it. So I know what you're talking about. And then she's all about it. Hooked on Fonks. Message me later about your drum kit, please. Someone emailed me about it. Hey, there you go. Sounds good. Cool. Yeah. Although it needs, I had a symbol for it, and I can't find the fucking symbol, which kind of sucks because it makes me feel like I probably shouldn't charge that much now because the symbol has helped make it worth it. I don't know what happened to it. I cleaned everything out. I can't hold on to anything in this fucking world. It's not what things are made for. But anyway, sounds good. Thank you much. Yeah, so my mom really wants to smoke rosin. If it's after the 10th and we're both vaccinated, I want her to come out here. Oh, wait, hold on. Alec, clocking out. Y'all have a sesh. Alec, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. One day, like I said, when everything is going better, I'm thinking about having my mom come over and she'll smoke some rosin. Although she's not good at dabbing. She can't dab. She's got asthma. She's in her 60s, I think. Yeah, she's in her 60s. And she ain't dabbing these days. I'm hardly dabbing myself. It will take a toll on you, especially if you don't do it right for a long time. Fuck that thing. So, but definitely, this is my once a week to definitely get super dabbed out, and Tuesday, and when I get off work and before I go to work. But other than that, strictly just smoke pot. I don't know. Things have been going okay. I really been considering, like I said, getting into more hash making and rosin pressing and water extraction, shit like that. It could be really cool. I I am slightly afraid, though, that these are things that I had. My cousin got into the CBD business for a while there, and she was talking to me about it. And she's like, there was a wave, and the people who got in first, like right when legalization of that shit happened, it was still just a new budding thing. They got to the top of that crest and were able to ride that wave as and make a ton of money and killing it. And they're like, everyone else who gets in, you're catching a dying wave. It just isn't what it was. So it's really hard to get in on. I am not extremely money orientated. I know that everyone has the idea of, I'm going to get this business, I'm going to become a CEO, I'm going to fucking have a super nice car and do this and that. That would be great. I think a lot of people get into music with that idea too, where it's like, I'm going to be a fucking rock star, I'm going to get my own car, I'm going to buy my mom a house, I'm going to do all these fucking crazy things. I'm like, both those things, great. If that happens, awesome. Doesn't happen, you might want to have a plan B, I personally think any musician or anybody who's just, eating, paying the bills, even if you're just making, if I could just average I used to make like $25 an hour this time, like a year and a half ago, and for the last forever, years before that. So $25 an hour, but now I make like $15 an hour, maybe, fucking, because everything sucks. So I make like 15 and I can barely afford anything. That's why I'm not buying anything on this show anymore. So $15 an hour. First off, I've already taken a fucking huge decrease, 40% fucking cut in pay without doing anything wrong. So there's that. Now I'm at $15 an hour. If I could just run a company that averages me $15 an hour over the course of a year, you know what I mean? That'd be fine with me. You could call that not exactly being in the green, but fuck it, dude. I rather, barely get by or fail doing my own thing than succeed in working as a douchebag for fucking people over and over again. I'm tired of that. Dustin, hey bro, I just got into extraction. It is cool, but if you ain't growing, it's hard to cash in. I ended up welding my press. It's sick. PM me. Hey, yeah, that'd be awesome. So here's the thing with me. I'm thinking about doing it. I'm thinking about getting into it. Scythe dog, good to have you here. First off, I don't know. It's a bummer that I am not a little bit younger. I know I'm not old, but I had so much energy and I put so much fucking into the stupid jobs and shit like that, like in promotions and shit like that. I always thought if I would put that time and energy to my band or my own company, I would have gone far. But I still have quite a bit in me. You know what I mean? Sorry, I gotta get my cat out of my grow room. I left the door open. Hey. Yeah, you get out of there. No kitties in my grow room. Some little nuggets there. Nick, talking like you're in your 70s when you're probably not even 30. Well, like I said, I'm not old, but I'm definitely I've probably peaked. People don't like to say that, but I've already done that. I know, because I'm hurting more. There's a lot of things. I'm in constant pain. Pretty much. If it's not tooth pain, head pain, arm pain, shoulder pain, leg pain, ankle pain. And I'm not trying to complain. That's why I don't. That's why the show isn't exactly about that. I love the state of my body that it's in now, I guess. I'd rather not degrade any farther. Nick, I feel that. So I'm just That's just a cue that I'm getting older. I know that. And the energy level that I'm able to put into things is a lot less than I was 10 years ago. I was kicking ass 10 years ago. Dustin, I'm 36, bro. We ain't old, but I feel you. See, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying, and everyone's different. Age is a state of mind. It really is, unless you're talking about fucked up shit. No, age is a state of mind. Let's not get creepy. Don't take that out of context. No, but what I mean by that is some people, first off, everyone's physically different. So some people do age a lot slower and some people age a lot faster, dude. You know, some people really are not okay in their 30s. They're older. They've already had problems. You don't take care of yourself, especially, but sometimes that's just not your fault. Some people fucking make it into their 70s and beat the fuck out of me and a couple of people, fucking like, who's that one fucking dude? Captain America fucking, I'm just stoned right now. Randy Couture, man. Fucking, I wouldn't fuck with him in his 70s, dude. Just because he has that crazy anti-aging going on for him. Mickey D, I miss skateboarding and I can't because of my weight and my heart. Well, you should take care of those things and go skating a little bit. You probably can't skate like you used to because you used to fly around. But you should think about it. Drums, dude. That shit will get you in shape, too. Nick, Venom Out of Context compilation coming soon. No shit. Scythe, hell yeah, Venom Out of Context. That could get real fucking ugly. It could get real bad. See, I could do shit like that if I had all the time in the world to just sit here and fuck with my own videos and be like, oh god, this one's great. But yes, age is a state of mind. You can feel young into your older age. Some people do. I don't necessarily mean immaturity either. Nick, probably shouldn't do that. Otherwise, I'll show up in court as a character witness. Yeah, no shit. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, no fuck. It probably wouldn't be as flattering as I would like it, but that's probably why it'd be funny. I would love to have more time to do shit like that. I've always had a bunch of ideas. I still haven't even made the intro. I was going to do a compilation of like funny things or dogs and cats, like all my favorite parts of my show and this, and put it as that intro, your 30-second intro when people click on your channel, like, hey, this is my show. Thank you for being here. Fuck off. No, I don't know. That's what it is now. All right. That's out. We're spinning the wheel of dabs, and we're dabbing upon the wheel that we spin. Jose, help Brazil to legalize. I would do anything I could to help. Okay, then just donate here. All right. Anyway, yes. Legalization. Okay, so we were just talking about that dude from fucking Russia, dude. 10 years for fucking possession, dude. Fuck that. Yeah, I'm super lucky. Not only am I born in America, I was born in Denver, and we're kind of really big on the pot thing, like, and I'm glad. I'm like, well, that's good. I don't know if I'm super into pot because I'm from Colorado, or if Colorado's just accepting me. Dustin, help Indiana legalize. You know what? If you guys really want, it's Utah I want legalized. Let's legalize Utah first, okay? And then we'll branch out. I don't live in Utah, so I just have to drive through it sometimes, and I don't want to have pot on me. Jose, you are very, very lucky. You know what? And sometimes I forget that. I always say, if I didn't love America so much, I fucking hate it. I don't like who we took it from, who we're keeping it from, who we fucking, our political parties, our own stupidity, our own greed, our hate. And but I love the land. I love the fucking ideas that it was kind of founded on by people who are being very hypocritical about it. That being said, I've done nothing but reap the benefits. As a fucking white male, I've done nothing but enjoy as much as I can. Even being broke, impoverished, I don't go hungry. I haven't, fuck, dude, I'm so lucky and I'm so happy. All my scars are emotional and psychological, and the things that everybody deal with. So I'm lucky not to have that. But I've also tried to keep my nose out of it for a very long time. You know what I mean? Because I could have easily done shit that got me in jail. I knew how to stay out of trouble too. Both my parents were into drugs, crooked ass shit. And I'm not super against it, but I'll tell you what, you watch people fail enough times and you stay away from that shit. Nick, I grew up with pretty progressive parents, even though I grew up in an illegal state. So they just know what, wait, so they just said, know what I'm getting and do it at home, which is cool. Jose, sorry, I'm desperate. Yeah, don't worry about it. Hey, if I could help, I would. I don't even know where to begin to help. The problem is it's a numbers game until you have the whole fucking crew going. You know what I mean? You gotta do it. I don't know, dude. It's scary. I feel like we're losing the battle globally against the powers that be, and you gotta kind of stand up for that shit. Stand up for any rights that you can. Anytime you feel oppressed and you're not hurting anybody, as long as you're not doing the whole faking fucking oppression, which I don't think that anybody here is doing. I think that's fine. Stand up for yourself. And Dustin, everyone's broke here, bro. It's sad. Yeah, no shit. I'm broke too. Where are you again? You just said, where's my thing? There's my thing. Dustin, Indiana. No shit. Everyone's broke here, bro. Yeah, no shit. Gary, Indiana was the brokest city in the nation for a very long time. It's where Michael Jordan. It's where Michael Jackson was raised, and he was known as the tough little kid up until they got out. You didn't mess with the Jackson kids because Michael will come and beat you up, little kid style. Anyway, breaking silence. I'm 52 and I love my E longboard. I was out on it today. I've seen some. Some are crazy, dude. Fucking some of those fucking. I feel bad. I almost fucking plowed one dude. He was really far down the street. And I was stopped. I'm taking a right. And I go to take a right. I'm like, I thought he was on a skateboard. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I almost just killed you. You were going like 25 at least, maybe like 30 miles an hour. And I just wasn't on flat ground. And so be careful just on that. And where I'm like, I looked, I'm like, oh, a skateboarder. He won't be here for another minute. So I'm going to turn right. And he's in the middle of the road, so he'll see me turning right, and he'll just kind of veer over. That guy was flying. I almost fucking took that motherfucker out. Sandy, hi, my excellent friends. I'm late, but I'm never... Yes. It's good to have you here. Gotta read through the threads, catch up. Not too much, but hey, it's there. You should know that I watched that mushroom seminar, and I was talking about... I already thanked you if you're going to watch this in the future. Mickey D, my parents, one for it and one strongly against it. Pot, that is. Yeah. Yeah. Your mom, I didn't know how strongly your mom was against it, but I knew your dad was cool with it. I mean, but she seemed very conservative, your mom, and stepdad or whatever. It seemed grumpy. It didn't. Fortunately, I was able to look a little bit more normal when we hung out, I hope. And I don't think it was that bad. But nowadays, people kind of tend to judge. Nick, even though NC is an illegal state, everyone seems pretty okay with it. North Carolina, right? Except for the people in power. No shit. Well, that's how it was here. So Colorado, I'm old again, getting there, getting gray. Look at that. If that whole thing, if the whole beard was that, you'd be like, damn, he's old. What's this old man doing? Anyway, Nick, she made Jim throw out all his bongs. That's why he was grumpy. I didn't know that. But it kind of seems right. Although he didn't strike me as a huge stoner. Sandy, Oh, cool. I'm glad you got to go watch that mushroom seminar. I missed it, and I'm going to watch the replay. I'm looking forward to that. I missed it by 9 minutes, is what I was saying earlier. I was out doing a yard sale all day, which is probably why my nose is all red. Anyway, yeah, I was doing a yard sale, and I'm like, shit, I'm out here doing nothing, listening to music. I'm like, why am I not watching this fucking seminar? Fucking nobody showed up today. So I'm like, and I went online, and it's like, you missed it by 9 minutes. I'm like, God damn it. So I watched the replay. I just wanted to say hi or something. It was short, but it was really cool, and it made me want to join the double blind, like go into their studies and look more into Uncle Ben inoculation style for mushrooms, which I honestly didn't know. I don't know. It seemed weird to me. But I might now, after hearing them say that's like the easiest, most efficient way, I'm like, you know what? I might look back into that because I like easy, efficient things. Sandy, good on you. Thank you again for the heads up on that. Dustin, I got them beard grays too, bro. You know, it's funny. This is the first time I ever grew a beard, so I didn't realize, and I didn't have much on the part I had. I had a little goatee here. There wasn't any gray, like a hair, maybe. So it wasn't until I grew a beard. I'm like, great. The first time I grew a beard, this big bushy bitch, and it's all gray. It is what it is. Mickey D. Now she won't smoke it, and she still frowns on it, but she likes the idea of legalization. But they both drink like fishes, so to each their own. You know, I'm not. It's weird. Drinking is one of those things where it's just a really accumulative thing. Where the more you drink, the more you start finding reasons to make it okay. And I don't know, man. It's better left alone for me. I will say a lot of the stupid decisions I've made in my life and hurtful things I've done were under the influence of alcohol, not drugs, alcohol. I don't do drugs, but alcohol I've seen people do crazier, worse shit, just as bad as any drug you can imagine. I mean, there's people out there whose lives would have been saved if they would have done heroin rather than drink alcohol and fucked it up like they did, because they would have been on a couch asleep, unable to move. I'm not saying do heroin. I'm saying they're both fucked. They're in the same, whatever that is. Breaking silence. Can anyone give me a link to the seminar on the mushrooms? Sandy might be the best person because I'm kind of doing this. Otherwise, maybe. But it was cool. I was so into it. And they check it out. Double Blind is the name of the magazine that was doing the it was a webinar or whatever. And it was really cool. They were trying to sell a product in the sense that they want you to check out their how to grow stuff, which is cool. That's fine. I thought about doing my how to grow mushrooms stuff on here, especially now that I know a lot more. And I have my own opinions. Everyone has their opinions on that stuff, which is really cool. I swear in the psychedelic community and sometimes growing pot's not quite the same. You'll always find those snobs, but a lot of people are so open, like, oh, hey, that's just how I do it. If you have another way, you tell me and we'll exchange information and get it in better. Like the collaboration between the community is so much higher. On pot, sometimes if you get something good, they want to keep it to themselves. And there's a lot of egotistical shit. People see green in more ways than one when they see the pot plant. They're like, oh, this is money. I'm going to turn that into money. Well, it didn't turn out that good. I'll smoke it. I'll turn it into hash. Why? The hash will get me more money. I'm like, dude, I don't think that's a proper way to look at this plant. I don't know. That's just me. Nick, alcohol should be more heavily regulated than it is now. I don't know if that's always the answer either. Maybe other things should just be, more free than other. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be more accepted than safer alternatives. Now, I was saying how heroin, some people would be alive if you're on heroin. I definitely think that pot, I'm trying to make this stand. I definitely think pot is the one you hear the most, where you're like, if he would have just smoked a joint that day, little Timmy wouldn't have lost his virginity. No, there we go. That's fine. But Jose, I agree. Indeed. I just stay away from drinking completely right now in my life. It's been like almost a year now, I'd say. Hey, I'm back, says Geico. Had the opportunity to make $5. I had to do it. It was a friend threw in an eighth of reclaim. Had to do it. And a friend threw in an eighth of reclaim in this time of need when I have nothing. I wish I could go away. I wish COVID could go away. Made me lose my 50K job a year. Dude, you really like the collection. And I've been 21 for almost 2 years. I've been over 21, and you haven't been 21 for 2 years. Otherwise, please teach me your secrets. I've been over 21 for 2 years. I still haven't been to a bar. It's just not for me. I didn't go to a bar on my 21st. I was already done drinking by then. I had already realized that the only reason I ever wanted to get drunk was to try and get laid. And that's I didn't realize at the time, it wasn't malicious. Like, I want to get them so trash that they get laid. I'm like, I want to throw a party. And in that one time when I was younger, this was like how I would meet the most people. Was like, let's throw a party, get a bunch of drinks and weed and shit, and you meet people. So drinking was that lubrication between the connectivity of people, and sometimes is. But the fact is it doesn't work that good. It's not a good relationship based on fucking inebriation. Far more bad comes than good. I love parties. I just wish I had more. I don't like how few people I know that do smoke pot, to be honest. Nobody does. Not enough people. And the people who do smoke pot don't smoke it like we do, or I do, or like it should be, but I'm not doing right now because I fucking won't shut up. Dustin, for real. See? Jose, alcohol is a very heavy drug. And as long as we acknowledge that, I'm not saying don't do it. You can also fucking do heroin. You can do whatever you want. Just, I don't think you should. I definitely don't think you should do prescription fucking drugs. That's what's fucked up, is most of the people addicted to opiates and die of that shit had a fucking somebody's name on the side of a bottle that said, here, have this. That's fucked up. Jose, in Brazil, alcohol is very, very cheap. Well, I mean, it's cheap here too. It's the cheapest high. I know people who get the cheapest they can. Tall cans of the cheapest beer they can. It's like $1 or something. And, get 4 of those. So, less than $5. You're talking somewhere in there, like $5, $6. And you could get fucking smashed. I can get smashed, but it doesn't last. Or at least your feeling doesn't last. You're still smashed, but no one thinks you're smashed. Or not no one. You're still smashed, but you don't think it. Because you're not getting the feeling that you wanted from the 1 beer, then becomes 2, then 3, and you're still getting trashed. Everyone outside can tell that you're trashed, but you're not getting the same high. That's called addiction. And eventually, fucking some people do it till they're on the ground. I had a girlfriend's father who drank himself to death. He had I forget what the disease was, but drank his liver shut down, and he's like, fuck it, it's too late, and drank. He was all yellow and shit. Fucked up. Dustin, meth and heroin is ramping here. Ramping. Either way. Whatever it's doing, it's not good there. And, yeah, and I'm not advocating those drugs. I'm just saying I kind of am all about freedom and do what thou wilt type of mentality, which I get isn't exactly good for humankind. But I'm not exactly pro-human. That's the weird thing, and it's kind of hard to deal with on my opinions on stuff, is a lot of people are like, yeah, let's get in this, let's do good, let's all get collective. I'm like, yeah, fuck people, dude. I'm just waiting for the Evil Dead style old ones to come back from the Necronomicon. I do metal music, you know that, right? I do hippie music too. I don't know where I'm at. I'm diametrically opposed. That's where I'm at. Mickey D, if I had some resources to smoke like you do, I would. Plus, me and I smoke. Hey, I'm always down. I would really like to make a time where we could see each other maybe before the end of the summer. So keep that in mind. I'll blaze you out. That would be nice. Something would be cool. Breaking Silence. I think I found the seminar. Thanks. Okay, cool. Breaking Silence. Double Blind was the name of the thing. And then I think it was just this cool seminar. And then they have how to grow shit. And by the end of the seminar, I kind of wanted to check those out or buy them. So, I mean, it's a good seminar. Geico. Yeah, my rule is I don't do anything I can overdose on. And that's a great rule. Geico, the yellow and the liver shutdown is acute liver failure, I believe. And Dustin thinks that's hilarious. Acute liver failure. Yes, and dude was still drinking. He drank himself to death. He died. He fucking died. My girlfriend at the time, this was a long time ago, was fucking psychotic, like to the point where I ended up finding her with hard drugs too. I'm like, why is this fucking thing hard drugs and fucking a bunch of crazy shit in her house? And I'm like, and she was it just didn't work out. She was a whore. Excuse me, whores have some dignity. She was just a slut. She had nothing good for her or anyone else. I love it when those people are all like family style now. It's like, you have kids. And I'm like, yeah, you're still just the craziest crackhead slut ever. You can do whatever you want, but you will always be Becky from the block. No, fucking. Well, anytime you date a chick and her name sounds like a stripper name before she was a stripper, it's not a good sign. But anyway, where was I talking about with her anyway? God damn it. Oh yeah, that was the chick who lied to me. So I don't know, man. Her father was super fucked up, right? Sick. I knew he was sick. Whatever. Then my father passed away, or had just passed away, like right when we had gotten together. I was really young, still. So maybe within a couple of years. So I was still probably pretty on my mind. And I don't know. At one point, she told me her father had passed away, which I'm like, oh shit. And we grieved over that shit and fucking went over it all. And then like didn't think nothing of it. We ended up breaking up, a year or two later or something like that. And then I ended up talking to her mom and finding out her father just passed away. And I'm like, she told me he fucking passed away a long time ago. That's how crazy that chick was. Anyway, he drank himself to death, and it was just a sad mess. And at the time, they're like, well, I'm never drinking again. My father, is drinking himself to death and shit like that. And then they end up drinking again. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, I'm sure. I know. And then I had an ex-girlfriend who's like, grandfather, who they were super tight, died of lung cancer. And they swore on their deathbed, I'm like, quit smoking, I promise. And he's like, that's all I want from you. I just don't want you to go through this. I'm dying of a fucking... And they smoke like a fucking train to this day. I'm like, okay, I don't know, man. Maybe don't fucking... what you gotta do? I'm a dick. They're like, yeah, sorry, Grandpa. What you gotta do? Dustin, I'm just faded. And strippers are bad. First off, they're not strippers, they're dancers. If they want to call themselves strippers, they can. They're dancers. She's a dancer. She dances. Whatever. None of my business. Strippers are fine. Especially fine strippers. Whatever. Just keep them away from me and Ziggy. Ziggy, I don't have that shit. Hooked on phonics. My partner's older brothers both died of alcohol and drugs. So that's a twofer. And then you just don't want to be the third. That's all you can do. Mickey D, I know the skunt you're talking about. Probably you knew more than one. Geico, that's how my uncle was, but it wasn't just alcohol. He would do hard drugs while drinking handles a day. Then that's you just mixing the poisons at that point. Oh, yes. Yes. That dog just licked me for like an hour on the arm. Not an hour, but the dog was just sitting there looking at me. So you're licking dog. You're kind of licking dog spit. Just putting that out there. Nick, I never heavily pursued relationships, to be honest. I never fucking like every relationship I ever had ended up being quite serious. I don't like 99% of them. Nick, I think sex work should be legalized, but I also regulated to make it safe for everyone, kind of like the Swiss. Yes, I agree completely. And much like kind of like hard drugs, I think they should be legal, but they're just not my thing, you know. And I don't. But that's just me. I also still think they should be legalized. So go for it. Geico. Hey man, strippers gotta pay the bills too, and they do a damn good job of it. Geico. If I was a girl, I'd be on the Twitch so fast. Yeah, it'd be hard not to let that get to you, but it's none of my business. At one point in time, I think every girl I ever dated was a stripper. Honestly, I wouldn't know. Dancer. They all dance. Ziggy, they all dance. No. Blam. Dustin. Yeah, that's what they all say. Strippers, that is. Dancers. They're called entertainers. Entertainers, dick. See? Mickey D knows. Dancers, entertainers, fucking. They're just people. I will say this. I've known a lot of dancers and entertainers. And, you know, most of them were some of the coolest people. You know what I mean? Like, they don't care. It's not just the nudity thing, although that does kind of relate to their like openness towards things, but a lot of those people just don't care. A lot of them like to party and have a good time and have the life is fucking short mentality that I don't think there's anything wrong with. Fuck it, dude. You know, my biggest regret is I didn't party more. Didn't have, you know, more drugs, more alcohol, more sex, more rock and roll, like harder and faster. That's my regrets. Fuck everything. Yeah, do it while you can. Just don't hurt anybody. If you can avoid, because then you're fucking up other people, and if everyone did that, they'd fuck up your time too, and then no one would have a good time. So if your time consists of being happy, then just do it. Nick, VTubers have made a major surge in popular. I don't know what VTubers are. Basically, just a 3D character being tracked by a human, which I've kind of seen that. I guess I watch a mushroom growing dude sometimes, and he because it's illegal as fuck, so he'll do that. Like it's like a not a baby face, but kind of like a little kid's face. It's kind of funny looking, and you know. All right, so I'm going to load a bowl. And we're going to get some of this scissor hash off of there because that just needs to be smoked. So we'll start with that, smoke a little bowl, do a little dance, get down tonight. All right, let me get that. Ziggy's upset because I knocked him off my lap. All right, should make me some tea too while I'm up, but fuck it. All right. All right. Oh, boom. All right. Neandercats. Yeah. Took time. Good time. Good timing. I need some water, though. My shit's been super dried out today. Been outside in the sun. Nick, I'd have to show you some of the more popular ones of the VTubers. A lot of them just use anime characters as their model. Well, nothing's more fucking popular than anime. That being said, I don't hate it. It's just when things get uber fucking popular, like the word Uber, no, I don't know. Neandercats, gotta love that Colorado sun. Well, it's definitely fucking in full force. I think this summer's gonna be crazy. It's supposed to rain tomorrow and the next day, which I'm doing a garage sale, so that sucks. But whatever. All right, I need water, and then we'll get this done. Oh, water. So I was outside hitting my hash pen, a little portable hash pen a lot. And that thing kills my throat, so I'm also kind of dried out there. All right, where did I just put that razor blade? There we go. All right, so this is probably one of my favorite ways to smoke hash. It's just the good old scissor hash. It's kind of crumbling. It's already dry now. But we got, oh no, that's gooey. Never mind. Bam. We're just doing some trimming earlier. And every now and then I like to take a break. Just really scrape down the old scissors. Get all that good stuff. Throw that in a bowl. That's some of my favorite stuff. These scissors have been taking a break for a while, so everything kind of dried out. But right there. Oh yeah, that's a gooey little ball of hash there. Little scissor hash. Oh yeah. I wish I had some more green crack to smoke. Some of this stuff. Sucks having so much of this stuff and not being able to smoke it. Now that it's dry, I have a whole closet filled of. I guess there's worse problems to have, but not having any pot. So let me grab some gelato. I think that's what we're smoking on. We'll smoke a bowl of this gelato with some green crack scissor hash on there. Jose, fresh hash is the best hash, and that would be because this is not cured, it's not dried, it's wet, fresh. This is live resin. Most people don't know that, but that's what it means. Is you're smoking hash made from the live plant. It's still green, it's still alive. So that's live. There we go. There we go. All right. Geico. Laughing my ass off. You say green crack, and my dad looked over so fast, he thought I was going to do crack. Green crack is a hilarious name. I've had my moments where I didn't like the stuff because of the name. I'm like, oh, I do not like that name. Fucking green crack. But it ended up being one of my favorite plants I had ever smoked. And I'm like, oh, I actually really, really dig this. But I will say after growing it, I'm not super impressed with how it grows. You know, and there's a lot to it. I should give it more tries, but you never know. I changed a lot of my growing methods, so there's a lot of things that could be at fault more than the plant itself. I don't really dig growing sativas. They don't do what I want them to do. They get longer and branchier and thinner, and I want them to bush up and stay short and stocky. This new plant I have right now, I've been really training it and clipping the top and letting it bush up and just trimming it down and training it the best I can. And it's looking a lot better. So I'm like, well, maybe I should take a couple more clones, give it another chance. But I have so many clones and so many seeds now. It's so funny. This time last year, I couldn't get anything for the life of me. I didn't have a medical card. I didn't have anybody growing. I didn't know anybody anyway that I could think of offhand. I kept getting the runaround from this one guy he's a good friend, but he never came through with the fucking clones. So I'm like, oh, great. And then it just sucked. Mickey D, I think you missed my comment on the OnlyFans. I didn't miss it. They cut it out. They didn't show it. Probably because if you make the exact same comment and misspell maybe OnlyFans or something, I don't know, but it didn't go through. I just looked up and down. Did anybody else see his comment? Because it didn't go through for me. Like for sure. I'm checking right now. The last comment I have from you is they're called entertainers, dick. See, they pick and choose, dude. And people probably watch this show and are angry. YouTubers are like, yeah, let's cancel this guy. Stoner. But I'm guessing it was good. I'm guessing the OnlyFans joke was good. How you make it selling OnlyFans, I don't know. And Hooked on Fox says, nope, I didn't see it either. See, might have to remake the comment, see if it goes through. Geico didn't make a didn't maybe you can't because it's advertising exotic content. I'm thinking the same thing, Geico. The big reason that it's not going to show that is because it thinks it's like spam or whatever. Sometimes that shit comes through. I know I've been talking to people who are kind of getting vulgar with their comments, and not in a bad way, but they're like using a lot of cuss words and drug references and shit in their shit. And I kept missing their. I know I was missing their comments because they would get half of it. You know, sometimes people make a long comment and it's in 2 parts or whatever, or they forgot something, and I'm like, okay, your shit's not coming through. Whatever you're saying, they're censoring. So you gotta kind of use slang on here if you want me to see it for sure. Like misspell something if you think it's really controversial. I know people do that with cuss words, and I know why is because that shit gets cut out a little bit. I think that's fucked because I don't have any say on that. It's my fucking show. Nick, one thing I'll never do is pay for prawn. King prawn, but I'm a vegan, so I feel ya. Mickey D, I did have a rub reference. That's probably why. OnlyFans and a rub reference. I don't know why it didn't come through. That was a mystery hit. I don't know how long it's been there. It's been at least a day or two. I'm trying to get better about not smoking out of bongs that have been sitting for an unknown amount of time. I don't want to splash stagnant ass water in my fucking lungs and get some weird fucking infection and be like, that's not good. Cash that crap out. All right. Oh. Wasn't that bad, but like I said, I don't know what that was. Or how old that was, I should say. I know it was actually decent pot because it tasted okay. All right, that was as long as you should ever hold a torch to anything. Felt like that was a long time. All right. There we go. Nice. That's one way to clean out these bowls. I don't know if I recommend it too much. I just took a torch, held it to the inside of the bowl, and then just wiped it out super clean. I don't know if you can see that. But it's like fucking clean. But you can totally break glass so easy taking a torch to it. So don't do that. I don't recommend it. All right, Mickey D. Good call. Jose, what's better hash taste? What's the better hash that you've tasted in your life? Number 1, 2, and 3. Like a type of hash or what it was made out of? I've been asked this a couple times. I think if I had to pick, rosin is up there just for flavor, and I like the way it's extracted. I mean, it just wins on so many levels. And then I'd say another close second, if not equal to, if you can get fully dabbable, probably I'd say equal, but it's hard to do, is water extracted hash. And then I'd say distillate's close third, maybe. I like it as pure as possible where it's not. Sometimes I prefer like bubble hashes or homemade hashes that aren't using extracts like chemicals and shit. Like the stuff I have is done with butane and CO2 and all these extracts, you know, and like Rick Simpson oil is done with rubbing alcohol is usually what I use. So, but I think anytime you're avoiding chemicals, it turns out better. Geico, do you ever think about starting your own brand like Yoda Bad or Dope as Yola with rigs or something? If you put advertising in each pack like them, you could pull a lot more viewers and subs. I have been thinking, yo, Dabba Dabba. Yeah, no, don't know. Neandercats. I think I know because people say I look like that guy, which I think he looks like me. I don't know, but he obviously looks like me. Have I thought about that stuff? Yes, I have, but there's only I don't know. Like I said, I'm right now currently thinking about starting my own company as an extraction company and kind of tying everything all in, getting a website going. I also was thinking about making my own custom bongs, like because if I'm going to sell bongs, I'm going to make them, not just stamp my name on them, because anybody could fucking do that. I think custom made glass is where it's at, especially nowadays. So I'll probably do it more along that route. But I've had a lot of ideas for shit like that. It's just been a slow process. This last year has been a complete fucking disaster. A dude who was on here who was just saying they lost their 50K a year job. Yeah, fucking, that's how I feel, dude. I lost fucking, I went from making less than that to making half that. You know what I mean? So fuck, dude, I'm fucked too. This COVID shit fucked everybody. Although I can say that's not exactly why I'm fucked. I got a new owner, and suddenly I'm fucked. So you call that what it is. I could say he's a big pile of shit, but I think that the circumstances say that for themselves, and I don't have to say it. All right. How about dry hash? Like, so this stuff I'm smoking technically right now is dry hash because, you know, I just pulled it off the scissors. I do the last hash making video I did, both the hash making videos I did were dry hash. No water extractions, no stuff like that. How do I like it? Or which one's the best? For dry stuff, silk screen is not bad. I think that it's hard to do correctly. I tried to express it good in my last video where you gotta go super gentle on everything to make it really good. Like the hash I made that on that video, it was like, it's not full melt, but it's fucking like, it turns almost completely liquid and like completely bubbles up, and it's like totally hash. That's why I got very little of it, and I didn't do a lot, but I don't know. Hopefully that came across in that video. Nick, I never really liked Dope as Yola. I don't know him. Not everybody got Nick. Not everybody got screwed, especially the debt relief companies. Yeah, no shit. Yeah. So yeah, and you know what though? That made me think of stuff where it's like the best thing you can do, not as a good human being, but just as a financially sound investment, is to invest in other people's downfall. Debt relief, credit card relief. You know, that's why there's a lot of people in that area of work, because there'll always be more problems than not. Mickey D. Yeah, I found out my dad isn't my dad and getting divorced. This year's been horrible. Yeah, you're saying that, which is messed up. And getting divorced is messed up too. They're both messed up. It's been a year. I know. Everyone's had a year. And I'm not trying to be, you know, all things said, I've had an okay year as far as things happening. You know what I mean? financially, I'm in the hole. I lost the most expensive thing I own, my car, which I put way too much money into for what it was, and lost it. And my job makes no money now, although I didn't do anything. I've been there 14 years without a write-up, but I don't make as much money, don't work as many hours, don't have as much shit to do, so it is what it is. Neandercats do CO2 extracts. Do CO2 extracts. I feel like CO2 is the best solvent and doesn't blow up, although it should be. You should be able to start smaller. If you're asking me like what I'm going to do on extracts, I'm not going to use CO2 either, but I would. You're right. You're right in the sense, although you can totally blow yourself up with CO2, I would imagine, or kill yourself in other different ways. But if you're using tanks of the shit, don't underestimate my ability to blow myself up. Okay, I'm good at that. No, but my company that I'm going to start, God damn it, I'm going to do it, is going to be solventless. It's solventless. No, or at least at first, that won't be like in the name or anything, but like all natural extracts. You know what I mean? Fucking rosin pressing, water pressing, dry pressing, anything where there's no. And I'll do it as nice and as expensive, and I won't cut corners, but I don't want to promote chemicals into your medication. Geico, me, yeah. State Farm dropped me when COVID started. Like unemployment is there, but doesn't cover everything. Yeah. Huh. Also, how long do you think it will take for us to get like Canada and fully legalize and nationwide shipping and stuff? You asked me 10 years ago, I'd say never. Or 20 years ago. Cheers, everybody. Good bowl of hash. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's fucking tasty. All right, Nick. I'm saying now, though, I'd say another 10 years, which isn't that long, but maybe 10 more years everywhere will be federally. I hope. But I don't quote me on that because I don't know. That's my hope within. Nick, laughing my ass off. I'm good at blowing up. Yeah, blowing up shit's my specialty. Neandercats, hell yeah. No solvent is amazing. That's what my company is going to be based around because that's what I know best. I've done it for a very long time. I'm picky with it, and I like it, and I want to bring it back into the light. That's why I like rosin. That shit's kind of on the up and up still. You know what I mean? It's a newer kind of tech, and but it's solventless, and people like it. So I want to push more of that, and then also offer my water extracted hashes to be like, okay, if you like that, try this, because same company, maybe you'll give it a try. And then it's like, yeah, dude, you can make really, really good hash without any solvents. So that's my goal. I'm probably going to start a company here soon. Invest heavily on a little space, advertising, working at fucking the whole nine. Which also is probably going to consist of me just getting a hold of a lot of local growers, every single one, and offering them at first prices that are better than everyone else, so they'll actually even try me. Then hopefully I'll show them that my product's better and tell them I'm like, eventually I'd like to work up my price, but for now I'm just trying to get my name out there. So for you to just use me, I will give you fucking really cheap product that will be really great and hook everyone up, But I don't know. There's a lot of networking involved and stuff. A lot of investments. Like I said, marketing ideas. I like that this show's here because I can spitball shit with people. If anybody cares and wants to see that shit, it's probably you people. I don't know. I've thought a lot about that, and the idea is to make everything all one umbrella company under me, because I'm the only thing that I know. I'm me. You're you. Everyone's their own thing. But I'd like my music company, my fucking the show, my extracts, everything I do. I'd like to kind of just be able to be like, this is what I offer. You can go to like one website. You know what I mean? Just have the different categories to link off of. And you don't have to click anything else, but they're all in one place is the goal. So here in the near future, that's the goal. And run it all from the mountains. Run it all from a log cabin in the middle of the fucking mountains. Have a recording studio and shit, and just do my own thing up there, dude. Have a fucking studio like I'm in now, where I could just kind of broadcast live to you and yours. Nick, hearing all those stories makes me feel bad, but also makes me appreciate how good I have it. Shit happens, man. Yeah, I've been lucky to just play pretty even, where I'm not super lucky and I'm not super unlucky. I'm not super happy. I'm not super depressed. I'm just playing the middle of the road, and I feel like that's something I would have asked for anyway. Got lucky a little bit so far. Neandercats, my GPA tanked in this pandemic, so it's been rough too. I am grateful that I still have laughs like today. Yeah, no shit. This show has been with me since before the pandemic. I've been doing this show. So it was really cool to have this. I've been social distancing for a very long time. But anyway, Nick, have you ever seen live resin pods like for vaping? I have, I think. I've definitely seen cartridges that use live resin, or live resin. And I've seen them use rosin and stuff. I used to mix things with propylene glycol because it's something that's usually what most people are vaping anyway. So that's what I was mixing my resins with, whatever it would be, or honey oils or whatever. And then I put it in a vapor, and then you could vape up with it and get you stoned. That was cool. But I haven't done that in a while. I haven't used any pens at all in a long time. The one I have is like just something like a little e-dabber, the one I'm using on the show. Blaze Kramer. Blaze. Smoking along with a raw cone filled with cookies snowman. Man, I have so many different things I want to grow, and not enough room in this house. I've been thinking greatly about getting a larger place to live in, but then I'd be back to square one. Right now, at least I own my house, or at least I own the place I live in, so that's really important. Yeah. But I'm running out of room because I can't grow all the awesome things I want to grow. Right now, I'm already stuck between green crack, so I might do a 4-way. Green crack, Northern Lights, which I'm excited to grow that again. It's one of my favorite grows in the past, so I'm hoping it reproduces like it used to. Northern Lights, G13 Haze, which I've never grown, but it's an old school classic, and Banana Kush, which I've never grown, but I love bananas. I have smoked Banana Kush. Seems like a good mix. Nick, God, pre-pandemic Shatterdaze feel like forever ago. Yeah, especially without the beard. It's like another person. Yeah, time flies, dude. That's how it goes. It's been good, but it's how it goes. Every day whizzes by. So I'm trying to be productive. It's so hard to stay productive. But we blaze on and on and on. Geico, if I wanted to grow a small amount of plants, like 5 or less, how much wattage would you recommend? My friend has given me seeds before, but I had them in a bag and I never took them out. So that should still be fine. Wattage-wise, for 5 plants, if you're using high-pressure sodium, and this was the old school rule. So like the big lamp bulbs that you see that all the old school grows and most people use, you want 100 watts per plant. So you'd want at least a 500 watt high pressure sodium bulb. I think they sell them in 600 watts, not 5s. There's probably random 5s, but it's usually 4, 6, 2s. like that. So you'd want 1,000, 12. Yeah, they're always increments of 2. They're divisible by 2 from what I've seen. But so 600 watt high pressure sodium is what you want. You can get 5 plants growing them, not too huge, easily. Recently, I've been really recommending, or I don't know about recommending. I've recently got into LED lights, which are cheap. You know, at least the ones I got were pretty cheap, and they don't take much electricity. I haven't seen huge production yet, but Geico, does brand really matter if it uses the same amount of electricity and is the same and the wattage needed? You know, I'm still learning this one too, but I want to say, well, in the end, brand doesn't, because you could just put a different sticker on there, a different name, and that doesn't change it, but you have effectively changed the brand. So no, but you can end up really getting into the knowledge of it and really educating yourself in the expertise of diodes and light outage and how you convert LED wattage to high pressure sodium or like normal wattage. They're not rated the same way, and you can go through all these light spectrums that come with it. I was just going to say, I just had one of my LED light things, and you can really get that in, and then I bet you can find a lot of differences. I know people who do really good grows with really good lights. That being said, I've also seen people do some crazy good grows with these cheap lights. That's why I'm wondering if there's other problems I've had. But if you have the money, I'd at least go mid-range. Don't always get the cheapest you can buy. It's kind of what I did, and I don't know if that was the smartest idea. But LEDs, but I'm broke. So that's what this show revolves around. Being broke and trying to make the best of it. Nick, I hate those gray market companies that get faked a lot. Yeah, no shit. Yeah. Like I said, LED lights, I'm sure there is a difference. Well, on brands and shit like that. I know I used to get the bulbs and shit like that too. I would always just try to go mid-range. Not the nicest they have, not the cheapest. Well, it's not a good sign. I got the yawnies. I like dank vapes. I don't know dank vapes, but I know. I don't know. There's a lot of things too. So I kind of went cheap with everything, and I regret that. It's not that I regret it. It's that I'm wondering what did I cheap out on that I shouldn't have? You know what I mean? Because I didn't try to get cheap seeds. I just went with the easiest place to buy seeds that would take your credit card over the fucking, online. Because seeds are legally classified as hemp because they have less than 3% THC. So they're legal to trade, to transfer everywhere, but I think California or something like that. Usually in New York and California, you can't send anything to those fucking places. Anyway, let's spin the wheel of dabs. I'm going to do a dab, finish this bowl, and we're going to call it a night. I still have tons of trimming to do. So, the wheel has spun. The bowl has been lit. The ganja gods are pleased. Geico. There is a website online I saw that was like $40 for 5 seeds or something like that. And they had all kinds of stuff. So that's about what I paid for my seeds. First off, I'm so mad because the company I really like, the best pot I've smoked from someone who I knew the grower, I know who bred it, I knew the seed company, I knew everything about it, was some Oni seeds. They're called Oni seeds, ONI seeds. They're from Colorado. That's how I know them. And I mean, the genetics were just fantastic. It was the best tasting, dopiest pot I've smoked in a very, very long time, right? Since the old school strains back in the day. But they didn't have any feminized seeds, and I don't want to sex my seeds because I'm lazy. I'm getting less lazy, so maybe next time getting less lazy. I'm getting less lazy, and hopefully in the future I'll be a little bit more open to doing some sexing of my plants and not caring where the seeds come from. But just recently, Oni Seeds just came out with a papaya line of females, so I think I'm going to try and get some of those. But they're $100 for 5 seeds or 6 seeds. 6 seeds, $100. They're pricey, but they're the fucking shit. They are so good. I really highly recommend them. I don't, not affiliated with them at all, but yes. Nick, where did you get your seeds from? I got my seeds from MSNL, I believe that's what it's called. And I don't know. I'll tell you after my next grow how I feel about them. What is it? Can't see the name. I think it's so teeny. I think it's MSNL. And they had a good selection, kind of. And they had the old school shit that I was looking for anyway. And they had a lot of old shit. And their seeds were cheap. I bought them for $100 for 10 seeds, and I got 2 free G13 haze, 2 free banana kush. So I'm like, I got 14 seeds for $100. That being said, if I could go over again, I would get the fucking 6 papaya line, feminized papaya line, which I don't even know anything about, other than the fact it's from really a seed company I trust and I want their shit. So now I don't have $100 though. I'm broke. So, and I have green crack. I got the banana kush. I got the G13 haze. Those free ones. Those are all free to me because I already have the green crack. I already have the G13 haze. I already have the banana kush that were given to me for free, and the clones are free. So, and then I got Northern Lights. If this Northern Lights doesn't grow like I'd like it to, I'm definitely switching. I wanted to switch anyway who I bought the seeds from, so I could see if that was one of the problems I'm having, is the genetics itself is kind of not very good, because this is one of the bottom branches, but still, like, there's little bud, little bud, little bud, little bud, and look at it, so it's super stretched out. This is some of the thickest leaves it had, and they're still super thin and skinny. Some of them are like, I had some super, like, the skinniest fucking leaves I've ever grown. Still very frosty, still very nice, but it's just I'm not super happy with the way this grew. So I wanted to try a whole new seed company to see if that wasn't part of the problem, because yeah, they were really cheap. It makes me worry that I'm like, why are they so cheap, and why is it so easy to buy them from them? But it is what it is. Also, I had never done the lights I have, so I was worried about not having a good start to test, how I liked those lights. And I don't know. But now I have friends who are growing, and they have a whole bunch of strains. I have fucking, what you call it, like I said, all the seeds I got. But yeah, Oni Seeds is what I'd do if I could go again. I don't know when that'll be. But, pot grows decently fast, 70, 80 days, and you're smoking. You can test it out in like that time. So it is what it is. Sandy, what did you use to do with your male plants back when you had to sex your plants by yourself? I was so fucking scared, dude, that even if I thought it was male, I'd throw it in a trash bag, fucking like wrap it, throw it in a Safeway bag, wrap that Safeway bag up, throw it in a fucking trash bag, and get that trash bag as far away from my house as possible. Because I thought even at any age, a plant can, the worst thing I could ever do is grow a plant that had seeds in it. One of the big reasons I don't grow, I never get clones from a dispensary is because I've done that. They have fucking seeds in it. And I'm like, okay. And I told them, I'm like, this is bullshit. And they're like, oh, well, I don't know. You must have got pollen. You must have done something. I'm like, no, I don't fucking grow. If I know where if I have good genetics, here's one thing about my pot. All right. I'm not saying I'm the best grower by any means or anything like that. And I haven't had that good of results. But you know what? I do not get mold. I don't fucking get fucking random seeds. And if I do, it's from the fucking whoever I got the clone from. So I was pissed off at that place. And I'll never buy from a fucking dispensary clones again unless I really, really trust that dispensary. And even then, why would they sell you good clones so you can grow your own and never fucking buy from them again? So, yeah, they don't sell their best stuff. Not even seed companies do. Their best stuff is what they keep to go to, like, you know, to get awards and shit for reputation. And then, you know, they try not to sell that much because as soon as it's on the market, other people can take it and do their own thing with it. It's a weird fucking game. But I used to just toss that shit out because I was so scared to get fucking a seed in it. All right. Nick. All right. It's almost midnight here, so I'm going to head out. Peace out and keep it keefy. I will. I am gonna. Neandercats. That second wave in India was pretty bad, I hear. Keep it safe, folks. Bye. Neandercats, you're not wrong. I don't know, man. I got my first shot, haven't got my second, and I don't know if I'm gonna exactly be like super instantly okay with it. I know my mom wants to go fucking flying already and seeing concerts and shit like that, and I'm like, so do I. But you know what? I wouldn't mind giving it more time because shit seems super scary still to me. I'm pretty pessimistic about things though. But life is short. You gotta do what you gotta do. Who knows? But I'd rather not risk it, especially with the people I care about most. So, you know, that's some nuggage. Billy Bong, Venom Brother. Hey, it's the Billy Bong. Just finishing up some of these little tiny bottom branches here. Awesome. That was just a little demonstration from earlier. I figure I might as well trim it. I have so much little tiny buds to trim up tonight, but every little bud counts when you don't have any. Geico, how long does it take to get sprouts and test if they're decent or not? Do you have to wait most of the time, or can you just save time and see early on so you don't waste a month or so? If you're talking about pot, you don't know until it's done. That's why with this green crack I tried and I didn't like. You don't know until it's done. And the first time I grew it, like I said, I wasn't happy with all the circumstances, so I just cloned it and tried it again. And I still kind of fucked it up again. The first time I hurt my arm really bad, and the second time, it's just been a way of getting out of the funk of things. But yeah, you don't know until you're smoking it. I still love smoking green crack, but the yield on it's really weak. And that could have been a lot of factors. You never know. Geico. Yeah, I haven't gotten any vaccines yet. I want to give it more time and see. I don't want to be one of those allergy cases you see going around. I don't see any of those going around. I haven't even heard too many of them going around. But it's not so much that. I got it right on time. I got my vaccine. But I do not have like a super high... I don't have super high confidence in it. You know what I mean? I'm not super... I still feel as vulnerable as ever. I still wear a mask. I still fucking wash my hands. I still freak out on people. Even when I get my full vaccine, I'm like, you know what? I want to give it more time before I just let my guard down and be like, yeah, let's just go travel and go to concerts and just fucking back to normal, you know? Smoke a joint in a crowd. Fuck that noise. You won't see me smoking a joint in a crowd. Not that I ever really like to do that. Anyway, you won't see me doing that shit again for a very fucking long time. We are on the short forest, it looks like. Oh, the forest is short. I'm going to change the water out, get our dab stand. Might as well. Fuck it. Yeah, we'll be doing it. So it's not so much that I don't. I don't think I'll have any adverse effect from the vaccine. I'm more worried about it just not being effective, having no effect, or at least not as much of one as I wanted to. And there's so many variants and shit like that. I just don't know. I don't know. I hope for the best, but I'm a pretty pessimistic person when it comes down to a lot of things. And in the way that I'm like pessimistic because I want to be as safe as possible for the people I care about. You know what I mean? Like my mom and my sister and all those people. I'm like, yeah, I just want them to take it easy for a while and don't think. I don't know. Don't be the first wave of people who. Damn, I wish I had some more water. Get some water in there. The first wave of people who thought things were okay and let their guard down. You know what I mean?